I see where my brother passed away. He was hit by a car there. We were riding our bikes. We went to go visit our grandparents. He was 12 and I was 9. And it was my idea to go on the bike ride. My life changed from that moment. My whole family's life changed. And I always wonder where my life would have went if that wouldn't have happened. This photo is of a stairwell, and it reminds me of when I was a little kid, and I remember sitting and waiting for my dad to come down the stairs. He used to work at Tech. Now, though, when I look at the stairwell, now I see the pink sign that I put up for all the people that are outside that are forced to have to exist in these stairwells, so it kind of has a bit of a different meaning now. And then this photo is of the bus stop, which I take the bus. There's a porta potty there, but it's only for the bus driver. It's not for anyone else. I've always felt so bad for the people that are outside that have nowhere to go to the washroom. To not give people just the basic needs, I just think it's just terrible.
This is a picture just to show the love that I have for trail. I've lived here ever since I was young, off and on, but when I'm away and I think of trail, this is what I think of. It's definitely hard, just knowing my family knew a lot of people here growing up. My grandpa was a known businessman in trail, so a lot of the people know me, and when they see me in that sort of situation, I'm sure that the looks that I get probably go along with the thoughts that are going through their heads. This photo here I took because it's the shelter alley. You can see there's some people standing there. There's piles of junk and whatnot kind of piled up there. There's two pictures that are kind of similar. One of them has a light aspect to it, and one of them kind of has a darker, grungier aspect to it. And I thought that was kind of important to display. I took these pictures of the shelter because it's a place that I and a lot of my friends hang around in a lot, and we see a lot of judgment. You know, it's almost like people driving past the zoo and they want to go see what's going on at the zoo, right? So really they don't know the whole story, and it doesn't really seem like they care to know the whole story.
This is pretty much what my life has become. I'm 38 years old and never thought that I would ever be homeless and addicted to fentanyl and lose everything that it's ever met. This lifestyle is exhausting. Some days I hope I won't even wake up. It's just gonna be the same as yesterday. I constantly have to be on guard. People you think you're friends stick in your back and steal whatever you have, There's no friends in this lifestyle. I wouldn't wish this addiction on my worst enemy. And if you don't know what this addiction's about, then you have nothing to say. You have no idea the daily struggles we go through. We've all done many things that we're not proud of, Lots of things. We've stolen from family, stolen from friends. My family's pretty much rejected me. I've lost my sons. I'll more than likely just be another statistic. The shelter gets so full because of COVID that there's people sleeping right outside of the shelter. There's like a 10-week waiting period just to get into a rehab if you're lucky. Don't ever judge an addict. We're still good people, even though we've made some bad choices.
About 10 years ago, I was homeless, and this picture reminds me of a place that I would look for to try to get out of the rain, to get out of the snow. It's a good spot to hide. Looking back on it, you really let go of all your standards to go and crawl in a hole. This is a picture of the arena. It reminds me of a place I used to come when I was a child. We used to play hockey here. Every time I go inside the arena, I can still picture what it was like when I was a kid. Got a lot of good memories there, but yeah, it takes me back to a place where when the world was different, so much changes when you grow up. This is a picture of Selkirk College, where I started my journey back to a normal life. I went back to school about 8 or 9 years ago to get my grade 12. It was a start of a path that put me where I am today. I went back to university and I'm working on a degree. I was always told that I should stay in school, but it took me to about 40 to get into it. This just reminds me of the place, I guess, where it all started.